Good evening from Dino and Nick's homestead. Last week we talked to you about these first 3 garden beds, and now we're going to give you an update on the next 3 garden beds. Okay, what do you got growing, babe?
So the cucumbers are the long English cucumbers that are going to be growing here. It's in a bed. This is just your plain untreated pine. It's going to rot out in a few years. We know that ahead of time. You can probably look at it here and see where she started to rot out somewhat, but it'll be fine for a few years, and then we'll probably replace it like we did the first beds over there. You can see that the mulch that's on top of it, what's underneath it, is 2 layers of newspaper. You can see some of the newspaper right here. You want to use just regular newspaper. You don't want glossy paper. Just it can be colored so long as it's not glossy. And then we cover that with compost to help conserve the moisture that's underneath it. So this is long English here, and what's right across the way is our eggplant. The reason we have this like this is because the eggplant loves the sun, and it'll thrive through this hot Texas summer. But it won't block out the sunlight from the cucumber, because the cucumber will train to run up this trellis, and the cucumber will get plenty of sun running up the trellis like this. While the eggplant, we can actually tie it off to the trellis as well when it gets, because the eggplant will probably get to be 6 foot tall during the end of the summer.
We've already got a couple of blossoms right here. There we go, that'll turn into an eggplant.
And we've also already started battling, you can see right here, battling with some of the insects that want to come in and eat this. Once these get bigger, they can take the insects. It's not a big deal for eggplant. It's a good survivor.
We use neem oil as a natural, what would you call that, bug repellent?
Yeah.
Bug repellent?
Or a bug killer.
Yeah, so when these cucumbers get a little bit bigger, we'll start training them to go up this trellis. And it actually looks really pretty when everything starts climbing up there.
Yeah, they'll be hanging down off the trellis, so we can just come through and pick them off. In the second row is our cucumbers, and these are the...
pickling?
These are the pickling cucumbers. Yeah, you got them on this side and on this side as well. We're not real happy with these.
We got the arch again. Yeah, these ones didn't do as good.
Yeah, the seeds were slow to start. They were smaller than all the rest of the cucumbers. And so what we've actually done, if these don't come along, we've already planted about 60, and we won't need that many, but we've already planted about 60 pickling cucumbers to take over if these things don't make it.
Yeah.
What you see across the way from them is our tomatillos.
Last year we had a prolific amount of tomatillos, and we're already getting flowers on these ones too. I remember when I moved here from Canada, I didn't know what tomatillos were. They're kind of like a green tomato. You can make salsas with them. They grow in this skin, a really sticky skin, so later on in the summer.
Yeah, they have like a paper shell that's over. Remember, if you plant them, that you have to plant at least 3 together in order to make them.
One will not grow, one will not produce, right?
Yeah. And once again, this is a pine bed that's supporting this with newspaper on top of the soil, and then mulch on top of that. And what will happen is during the course of the summer, this is going to break down. In the fall, we'll just turn this right back in with the soil and compost.
Yeah, these are very self-sufficient beds. And I say that because I'm not the one out here weeding in them. And this is the onion bed.
Yeah, the onion bed that survived the long, cold winter.
Sure did.
Freezing temperatures. The onions were actually covered in snow, but Nicole did come out and put mulch around all the onions to help kind of protect the roots from the 17-degree weather that we had here.
And we're not quite sure why they're laying flat, but they are growing. They're very steady root system, huh?
Yeah, they're in good shape. It's just that they're not going to stand up. Some of them are, but most of them are not. Now, there's no newspaper down here. This is just the leftover mulch that Nicole put in. You can see the hole right here, our crawfish, resident crawfish that we have in the garden.
Oh yeah. I think we might have a couple of them. There's another one.
Yep. So yeah, that's our next 3 beds. It's our eggplant, cucumber, tomatillos, and onions. And these are the super sweet, the Texas, I think they're called 1015. Texas Super Sweet. So it'd be interesting to see during the course of the summer how big these things are going to get for us.
Okay. Just in case you want to know how we do things down here.
Oh, this is well, I'm thinking about now. This is actually cedar that this bed is made out of.
The
Yeah,
whole
so
bed is?
yeah, this bed here is made out of cedar, so it's going to last a little bit longer than what you're going to see these pine, just the natural pine that's going to last.
Well, Gideon appreciates it because he likes scratching on all of it.